Hello children, welcome to the English class of Shri Basava Public School. After a journey in the sea in my last chapter from Honeydew textbook, The Tsunami, today I am gonna take you into the sky. Yes, into the sky. Welcome you to my new video wherein we are going to talk about an airplane journey with the poet Zulfikar Ghosh. Our next poem, Geography lesson, is all about the poet's feelings when he sat in the airplane. Then he realized how the earth changes when flight goes higher and higher, and how the valleys looks like, how the river looks like, how the populated areas looks like. And this lesson is going to be based on the introductory part of the poem. Now let's know more about the poet Zulfikar Ghosh. He was born on March 13, 1935 in Sialkot, India. Now the Sialkot is in Pakistan. As you know the year, as you are seeing the year 1935, so it is before partition, that's why India has mentioned here. Now the Sialkot is in Pakistan. After taking birth in Pakistan, in Sialkot, he completed his education in America, and also he got the citizenship of the America. So he called as Pakistani American author. He has written poetry, novels and critical essays. One of his famous poetry is Geography lesson, which we are going to discuss in this video. Let's know the key points of the poem, which are very important. In this poem, the poet talks about the earth and its physical features from different heights as seen from an airplane. Children, as I said we are going to talk about an airplane journey of the poet. So when he sat and he started to see the world in different heights, so he has observed the changes of earth and its physical features when the flight goes higher and higher. When it goes higher and higher, his perspective of seeing the world has been changed. Yes. Second key point is the poem is divided into three parts according to altitude at which the plane flying. Yes. Altitude meaning is heights. The complete poem is divided into three parts according to the heights. Yeah, as I said according to the heights, he has described the world. Next, he also tries to unearth the symbolic meanings behind the physical features of the planet. Yes, children, he also revealed here, he also opened the logic of geography and the physical features of the planet, why it has planned in this way and why it has designed it is already now. The reason of designing the planet, how it had now. Yes, children, these are the very important key points of the poem, Geography lesson. What the poet is going to reflect in this poem. Firstly, he is going to talk about a complete picture of city, a clumsy city, and he is going to talk about the logic of geography, the reason behind planning the planet in the way it had now. Next, third one, very important, narrow-mindedness of the human beings. Yes. One more thing I want to say here. In the last stanza of the poem, children, the poet having a doubt and question in his mind, which he doesn't understand. What was it? Now I am not going to reveal that doubt and also the suspense of the poem. Let's move for the next page. Now I am going to read out the complete poem. You can read with me. When the jet sprang into the sky, it was clear why the city had developed the way it had. Seeing it sculpted 6 inches to the mile, there seemed an inevitability about what on ground had looked haphazard, unplanned, and without style when the jet sprang into the sky. When the jet sprang 10,000 feet, it was clear why the country had cities where the rivers ran and why the valleys were populated. The logic of geography that land and water attracted man was clearly delineated when the jet reached 10,000 feet. When the jet rose 6 miles high, it was clear the earth was round and that it had more sea than the land. But it was difficult to understand that the men on the earth found causes to hate each other, to build walls across cities and to kill. From that height, it was not clear why. Zulfikar Ghosh. This is the complete poem. Now, the poem has been divided into 4 stanzas. So, what I'll do now, I'll give little bit information of each stanza, each paragraph. Let's move it. When this first stanza is going to talk about, or else the poet is going to tell us the jet just sprang or flown, and at this moment of time the poet could understand the city which so unplanned, so haphazard, why it is in that way. Yes. Now in the second paragraph, the poet has admired the beauty of the earth. Yes children, he is going to admire the beauty of the earth, and he understand why populated valleys were built near the rivers. The geography says that the land and river always attracted man towards it, right from the ancient time, or the time when civilization has started. People started to stay near rivers because of the trade, to grow crops, to grow because of the reason of agriculture purpose. This facts he is going to reveal in this second paragraph. Children, I hope that you are understanding as well as you are listening carefully. In the third paragraph, he was revealing that he understand that the earth is round when he reaches 6 miles high. Next, he also saw that in the earth, the complete earth has more sea than the land, which we also know that 75% is water and 25% is land. This fact we also know about it. In the fourth stanza, which is very important, he has worry children here. He has a question, he has a worry, as I said. He has a worry when he was flying higher than higher. He revealed many of the things. He has opened the many of the facts when he was flying higher and higher. But the last question of him is, he could not understand why the mankind hate each other. This reason he didn't reveal when he was flying in the flight. Yes, this is the doubt. This is the question of poet. He could not understand the reason why the cities, why the states, why the countries has the borders, why they have walls, why walls divided the places, and why people hate each other and kill each other. This fact he could not reveal when he was in the flight, when he was flying higher. It was not clear for the poet. These are the brief information about each stanzas. Now, very important thing, theme of the poem. Yes, children. What is the theme of the poem? Firstly, the theme of the poem is perspective to see the situation. Children, in each situation, we have our own perspective of seeing the situation. If we stand in a critical situation and we are seeing the situation in our own point of view, if we raise our mind or our thinking little bit higher, then if we see the same situation, then you can observe the changes of your perspective. Yes, perspective towards the situation. And also one of the very important thing is the entire mindset of humankind which look at the world. If you rise little higher, if you see the same situation or a scenario from different perspective, then your thinking will become broad. This is the perspective of seeing the situation. Next, to come out from the narrow mindedness, which is very important. That's why the poet is saying, when you broad your mind thinking, then your seeing of situations will be changed. And also to adopt the different attitude to vanish the hatedness. Sorry, the word has missed here. To vanish the hatedness towards the human. Yes, we have to adopt a different attitude, a good attitude to see the world. This is the theme of the poem. This is the first part, introductory part of the poem. Thank you very much for watching the video. Study hard, make progress every day. Yes, by saying this one, I would like to conclude the video. Thank you, children. Take care of your health and take care of yourself as well as your family. Goodbye.